Hello, Gemstars. Welcome to your English class, students. Today we are going to begin with a new lesson from your book Moments, The Beggar by Anton Chekhov. The story is about the reformation of a beggar, Lashkov, who is helped by two different people in two different ways. The beggar is poor because he does not have any money and also because he does not have any integrity of character. He requires alms to feed himself and also genuine help to feed his impoverished soul. A prosperous advocate, Sergei, and his noble cook Olga helped the beggar Lashkov to come out of his miserable life and live respectably. The title, The Beggar, is apt in that it highlights the plight of a beggar to the readers and make them understand that beggars are unfortunate people who need more than money. The story is based on the theme of transformation of a depraved alcoholic through kindness, compassion, and selflessness. Olga's words and noble deeds changed Lashkov's heart. He gave up drinking and mended his truant ways. Another theme that runs through the story is gratitude. Lashkov had become weak because of alcoholism and was no longer able to work. He resorted to telling lies and begging in order to survive. But when he received kindness, he acknowledged it with gratitude and remained indebted to Olga for all his life. Thus, now, coming to the summary of the story. One day, a beggar came to Sergei, an advocate, and asked for help. The beggar had worn a fawn colored tattered overcoat and had dull, drunken eyes with a red spot on either cheek. He told Sergei that he had been a village school teacher for 8 years but had lost his job because of scheming and lies. He added that now he had an offer of a position in the province of Kaluga but no money to get there. He said he was ashamed to beg, but circumstances compelled him to do so. Sergei, the advocate, looked carefully at the beggar and recalled that he had seen him earlier in Sadovia Street. At that time, he had claimed to be a student who had been expelled. Sergei confronted the beggar, but the latter denied having met him. This angered the beggar. Sorry, This angered the advocate and he reprimanded the beggar for telling a shameless lie. He threatened to call the police and have him arrested for trying to cheat people. The beggar first refused to accept the accusation but soon admitted that he had been telling lies so that people would take pity on him. In fact, he used to sing a Russian choir and was sent away for his drunkenness. Speaking the truth would not get him anything, and he didn't know what else to do. Sergei told him that he must work and earn his living. The beggar pleaded that he was willing to work but did not know where to find it. Sergei advised him to chop wood for him. The beggar agreed reluctantly, saying that those days even skilled woodcutters found themselves sitting without food. An assertive Sergei took the beggar to his cook Olga and asked her to take him to the shed and let him chop wood. Trapped by his own words, the beggar followed Olga half heartedly. In fact, his health had been severely affected due to excessive intake of vodka, and he did not at all feel like working hard. After leaving the beggar with Olga, Sergei hurried to the dining room. From the window, he saw that the cook led the beggar to the woodshed and shoved him to the with her elbow over before unlocking the door. Banging the door angrily, she flung down an axe at his feet and seemed to be scolding him. The beggar made failed attempts to chop the wood and blew at his freezing hands. When Sergei saw this, he felt sorry to have set such a tough task for an unfit drunkard. After an hour, Olga came in and told Sergei that the wood had all been chopped. A pleased Sergei asked her to give the beggar half a ruble and tell him to return on first day of each month to cut the wood. The beggar returned on the set day and again earned half a ruble. That day onwards, he would often come and do odd jobs like shoveling the snow, putting the wood shed in order, or beating the dust out of the rugs and mattresses. Every time he would earn 20 to 40 kopecks, and once even got a pair of old trousers. When Sergei shifted house, the beggar was hired to help in packing and hauling the furniture. On that day, he was sober, gloomy, and silent. He hardly had anything and simply walked behind the wagons, hanging his head. He shivered in cold and sniffed embarrassment when other carters mocked at him. However, a happy Sergei sent for him and told him that he was pleased to see the positive change in him. He gave him a ruble as wages for his work and asked him his name. The beggar was Lashkov. Sergei asked Lashkov if he knew how to write. On getting a positive response, Sergei gave him a letter addressed to his best friend who would give him some copying work. Sergei was happy at having brought back a wayward to the right path. As a gesture of kindness, he tapped Lashkov on the shoulder and shook hands too. After that day, Lashkov never returned to ask for work. 2 years had passed. One evening, Sergei noticed a well dressed man beside him at a ticket window of a theatre. He was buying a ticket in the gallery and paid for it in copper coins. On a closer look, Sergei recognized that the man was Lashkov. Delighted, Sergei inquired him about his well-being. Lashkov told that he now was a notary and was paid 35 rubles a month as wages. Sergei told Lashkov that he was very happy because he had been able to push an ashtray on the right path. Lashkov acknowledged Sergei's roasting and thanked him for pulling him out of a sinking pit. However, he said that the true credit for changing him went to Olga. A visibly surprised Sergei asked how this had come to be. Lashkov then revealed that he had never chopped a single piece of wood. It was Olga who would chop it for him. All the while she would scold him and would tell him that he would go to hell as there was no hope for him. She would also weep while admonishing him. Lashkov told Sergei that he could not explain how the change came to him, but he can never forget Olga's help. She set him right through the support and compassion. Lashkov then took leave and departed. So, the story gives the message that it is through counseling and benevolence that a wayward can see his errors and mend his life. Sergei helps Lashkov as he believes that honest labor can reform a person. Olga, on the other hand, helps Lashkov without making demands on him. She chides him but also helps him to survive. Her humane approach proves more effective as it forces Lashkov to realize his mistakes and reform himself. I hope, children, all of you enjoyed the lesson thoroughly. Do go through the text once again, understand it well. In case of any doubts, do post your queries in the comment section of the Google Classroom. Till then, stay safe. God bless you all, children.